Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Lunch and Learn, where each and every week we bring you topics to help you elevate your mindset, be at your best, and radically expand your life. And today I've got a special guest for you, Maya Onjanovic. And she is a client of ours, a former client of ours, that's been involved in our mindset work and in our community for years. So I'm going to read her bio just so you have some context, because she is an amazing woman and doesn't just have like cool, amazing hair. And she's she is a movement educator, nutritionist, mindset coach, and founder of the Body Vitality Method. And she had actually lived with autoimmune and thyroid disease that she knew she needed lasting, sustainable solutions for. So she found metabolic balancing offered her science-based tools to optimize her energy, support her hormones, and manage her weight effectively. So she is a Pilates instructor and rehab expert with more than 10 years of experience in that industry. That's where we met. And she is definitely a no nonsense kind of gal. So she calls it how she sees it, because that's how she can help her clients get the best and fastest results. She does it with heart. She does it with expertise. She does it with compassion. And she doesn't just, well, we all love beach bodies. Her specialty is post rehab, fixing those backs that creak and ache, and really helping women truly transform and embody themselves from the inside and out. So I've known her since her Pilates journey. She started this metabolic rebalancing, working with food and diet and hormones to help women. And I am super thrilled to have her, because we are talking about motivation and motivation, especially from a health perspective. So whether it's vanity or vitality or something in between, we're going to explore everything today. So Maya, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. And as you were reading my bio, I'm like, okay, who is that? I need. Nice to meet you, Maya. Who's that woman? Yes, thank you so much for inviting me. Super excited to chat with you about motivation, discipline, vanity, vitality, all of that.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, so when we were thinking, you're like, Larissa, like, you came on my channel, let me come on yours. I've got this amazing thing I want to share with people. But I wanted to really talk about this idea of motivation, because I have been on a major health kick lately, and I've always been into health and well-being, but this season, I've just deliberately ramped up my effort for a whole lot of reasons. But let's just say I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I've heard that expression thrown around for over 20 years, but I got fed up. I felt my thighs soft. I'm a dancer. Dancers do not have soft thighs. My thighs got soft for sitting for 5 years. And as I was going up the stairs and realized I am tired and I am panting, my body doesn't feel good. That was like my first big warning sign that something was off. I just didn't feel like myself. And so bit by bit, I've started to find different motivation, but I'll share a little bit about my motivation later. But I'd love to hear, you had the autoimmune disease and you were searching for different solutions, but I'd love to hear your story. Like, what was your motivation to actually do this for yourself and then to share it with clients?
Mm-hmm. Right. So again, as I'm in my 40s, so I'm 46, and things get different. You cannot really outrun your burgers anymore like you were in 27, right? So and then I'm realizing, okay, I'm still eating healthy, and I still feel bloated, and I'm waking up between 2 and 4, and this is not this. I don't like this. On top of my thyroid issues, I still have that there is a chronic disease. It's with me throughout my whole life, but I've taken this step of the personalized nutrition to actually help me really pinpoint what's happening with my body after 40 and what's happening with my thyroid, because I basically didn't want to be on medications for the rest of my life, right? And I felt terrible, right? And now as you were talking about up the stairs, like when I had a flare up of my thyroid, I was barely going up the stairs, and it was just I felt like I don't know, I didn't feel myself. And as I was searching for solutions, I came across this personalized nutrition that it's really takes all the noise out there. And in these days of social media, of loading of information, there's so much information out there that, you know, we try things. I tried eat 3 meals, 2 snacks, eat this, eat that, right? But I still felt bloated, and I still felt tired.
Mhm.
Not until we really pinpoint through the blood test what's actually happening and making the blood the nutrition plan through the blood test, and that was a big changer for me. So that was really how I started to manage my thyroid, and being very strong. Now I'm stronger than I was, I don't know, when I was 35, let's say. And it was a really big changer for me. So my motivation there was actually, I just want to feel good. Right?
Yeah.
And that feeling good looks different for everyone, right? When I'm onboarding, let's say, my clients, we have this little homework, know your why, right? So we are peeling the layers, not just I want to look good, yes, right? It's okay, right? But what is underneath all of that? What it actually means for you being healthy and look good, right? And feel good, right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of like a short story.
That's beautiful. And one of the things I was really thinking about is, I know for this particular health kick, when you were talking about motivation, I love that you're connecting clients to their why. I had worked in the movement industry, and I saw, like, we work with clients that are in their 60s and 70s, and I love those clients because they were like my inspiration. And I was just like, some of my 60 and 70-year-old clients were stronger and more vital than my parents, who at the time were in
Yeah.
their 40s and 50s. And I was like, my parents are old at the time, and my clients are young and vibrant, and I vibe them. Like, it was such a beautiful thing to see and observe, because I'd never really grown up with that. I was like, oh, after 40 you're going downhill, and like, life is just getting good at this time. Life is
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
But things do change, and you have to be cognizant. And so there's always that in the back of my mind. But I remember I was scrolling Instagram, and I'm like, ooh, I love all these people with great fit bodies. And I'm like, well, I'm going to just watch the exercise. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to watch it. It's like great entertainment, good exercise, smart exercise. But I didn't do it for a long time. I did bits and pieces. But then there was this one post by a mentor. I found him just through a randomly different post. I think it was a relationship post he did. And then I saw him, and he used to do triathlons, and he had these just okay dad bod. And he was like a healthy, fit guy. But then the picture right next to him was him with a six pack. And I was like, whoa, that is admirable. And he wanted to do 90 days to visible abs, and he was visible. So, and then I scrolled through his feed, and he used to be really overweight. And then I saw a picture of him and his wife, and I was like, wow, this is like a woman with a six pack that has a waist, and she looks gorgeous. And I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it. Like, he's a couple years older, she's my age. I'm like, that was huge motivation. And for me, that was the initial catalyst in this next level journey. It's so vain, so shallow, but I'm like, I want abs like that.
Yeah.
And I've always been ashamed to say that, because everyone's like, oh, Larissa, you're healthy, you're skinny, you're in shape.
Let's not pretend.
I wasn't.
It's
And
okay.
it's not good enough. And it made me, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just say, I want to look damn good.
Yeah.
And I've never felt okay saying that. But I also know the long-term effects. Like, I agree with the vitality and energy and all this stuff. But the initial kick is like, I want to look freaking awesome in a bathing suit. Done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And then
that like when you get to your why with your clients, what is the thing that brings them to you? What is the thing that keeps them with you? And what's the thing that keeps them going long term?
Great question. So they come to me for weight loss or hormonal balance, because it's very right. It's connected. they stay with me once they see, like, basic after 14 days, they already see results. And they keep continuing because once they're, once they have to put a belt on their jeans, or they have to buy a new bra because the all other other ones are falling off, they stay with me because they see these results. And then later on, they do see less joint pain. They do see better sleep. They do see, when they walk into the room, people are like, "Oh my God, you look so great." So that, reinforcement is actually keeping them going. And again, right, let's not pretend. I want to look like, I don't know a person who will say, I don't want to look good, right? Like, I've been going, let's say, to a gym now. I have a personal trainer 3 times a week, and I look myself in the mirror the other day, and I'm like, oh, okay, I have glutes. I
You're
like this, right? And it is fine. Like, it's not shame. We do need to look good, because once you look good from outside, you also look good from inside, and the other way around, right? So that's that image that you're probably gonna want to chat a little bit about me with, how we perceive ourselves, right?
Yeah, so like how you do perceive yourself. Do you find, so there's a term that we've studied in some of our work together called self-image, and this is how you see yourself. It's not how others see you, it's how you see yourself. It's kind of like you have an inner image of how you project yourself and an outer image. You can do all the workouts you want, you could wear all the cute clothes you want, but if you don't do the inner work, and it doesn't match the outer work, there's always going to be a mismatch and something's going to go wrong. So you find there's a point, or something with, where people's image, like their self-image and how they see themselves actually changes. Is it do you find it's kind of like, I don't know, I used to find when I was in Pilates, I'm like, at the 8 to 9 week mark, boom, like almost with predictable certainty, they have like some kind of explosive moment. Like, I don't know why in that world, that was like my benchmark. I'm like, I know at week 8 and 9, they're going to have this explosive moment of something that's profound to them. I don't know what it is, but there always was something. But is there a moment where people don't just do the things that you tell them to do, and where they literally just genuinely start to feel good about themselves? It's no longer like, this is who I'm trying to be, this is what I'm trying to do, but this is like who I am, and they own it.
Yeah. I will share actually my client Kim's story, and 28 pounds she lost, yes, and she was very successful in 3 months. After, it's been 6 months just since our time together, and we're still connecting. And I saw her on Instagram, her pictures with the kids. It's a totally different woman. Like, it's the aura, it's how she smiles, how she interacts, in just how she looks. And again, it's not about the look, it's that whole aura that she has around her that completely changed, like, different woman. And she embodied that completely, right? So was so amazing to see the transformation that happened, actually. Yes, losing the weight, everything, but who is she becoming as she lose the weight, right? So it's not just about losing weight, it's about who are you becoming on the way there.
Yeah.
And I was actually walking my dog the other day, and it was a beautiful day, and we are just going up the street, and I'm thinking, and all of a sudden, the first time in my life, I did see myself. It's so funny that we're talking about this, but I did see myself, okay, strong abs, like really fit, successful, like I saw it. But it was really for the first time, but maybe for a millisecond, but I saw it and I felt it, and it was good, right? So and it was good, right? And it's that power, right, of self-image that we talked about so many times in Abundance Academy, and how it actually really gives us results, and how it's important, right, for how we perceive ourselves, right?
Yeah. So it's great when it works. I guess what's the difference in people that try things and their self-image doesn't align, or they do the things but they don't align with the inner work? What are the things that you've seen in the industry and in your world through this experience? Like, why is it it's not just important to do it, but it's important to do it and embody it, like embrace this image, embrace your why, embrace that deeper meaning. What happens when people don't do that?
It's so they go back to their old selves, because their old self is more they know it well, right? It's kind of like, okay, I put so many years into now who I am, and it's very hard to change, right? Sometimes it's even though it's for the better, right? Because they feel more comfortable in the skin that they were before. And a lot of mindset work, such as limiting beliefs. We have to clear out the limiting beliefs before we start any work, such as nothing ever works for me, I can never lose weight, I'm always like this, right? So we really have to clear out the limiting beliefs, get the clean slate, and then build on that. And I do see a lot of women who, let's say, before they tried everything and eating healthy and working out and 3 times the cardio, and they're still not losing weight, they still feel bloated and less energy. And it's just basically the again, I'm going back to that personalized nutrition based on blood tests that changes everything, that changed everything for me as well. So it's a lot of mindset, it's a lot of mindset work, and knowing your why, and every single day going back to that, know your why, put it on a on a mirror.
Yeah.
Read it, and picture yourself as a new upgraded version. Right.
And one of the things, like I see on your Instagram account, I'm like, this is the breakfast I ate for 28 days, or I see that post all the time. If you haven't, go to Instagram and look up Maya. What's your Instagram account?
Social media works. Look at that. You can.
I know. I keep seeing that post. But what is your Instagram account so they can?
It's Elevate with Maya. So MAJA. Yeah.
Elevate with Maya. MAJA. Yeah, so she posts this every now and then, but I love the simplicity of it, because sometimes people think they need to do like such complicated things, and you do need a personalized plan, but it can be simple. And so
yeah.
I think one way of staying motivated is obviously having like clear guidance and knowing what to do, but also knowing it's actually good for you because it's aligned. Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about how you personalize things for people so that it can be simple for them?
Right. So we actually, again, we take the 36 blood values. We actually do the blood test, and then accordingly to blood test, we see actually any inflammation levels, any allergies. We see any possible vitamin deficiencies, mineral deficiencies. Accordingly to that, their personal preference and the medical history we make, we generate a nutrition plan specifically for that body, specifically for that person. And there are these rules that we follow. I like rules, and it's easy for me. I don't need to think. I'm like, okay, I just need to follow this, and that's it. And it works, right? When you follow the rules, it works. And basically, they eat the specific foods, and there's a bunch of foods on their list. So it's not just kind of like, okay, you can eat like broccoli, arugula, and egg, that's it. No, there's extensive food list, but it's specifically for their body. So it actually takes all other noise out there. Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Makes it simple that way, right? Because you have 3 meals, well-balanced meals, protein, veg, fruit, and that's it. Like, that's it. There's no pills, no powder shakes, no extra things, extra products. Real food, right? Real food based on your personalized nutrition. And you remember when cauliflower was crazy, like cauliflower pizza, cauliflower rice,
cauliflower pizza and rice.
There you go, right? But I'm like, okay, great, this is healthy, I'm gonna go for it. And every time when I had anytime when I had cauliflower, I had bloating, and I'm like, yeah. And then once I did my plan, I didn't have a cauliflower on my plan. I had a broccoli and other things, but I didn't have a cauliflower. So so it's that not always necessarily whatever industry says it's healthy for your body, for your biochemistry might not be. So
Yeah.
that's very simple when you really know, okay, this is what I'm eating, this is what's gonna feel good for me, and that's it, right? So that's the simplicity of
Beautiful.
that.
And another thing, okay. I guess all my questions are based on your Instagram account. You know, on Fridays or 1 or 2 days of the week, you post client wins. You're like, okay, here's the successes. And a lot of them come from your Facebook group. You've got an amazing community. And I think that's something that you, when we were working together, you were like you're like, I want to build a community, because you really wanted to help women support one another. And so talk about the power of community and what that does for your clients and for yourself, and just in general for motivation.
Yes, it really makes such a big difference. So coming up, we do have our group program coming up now, end of September, and for the metabolic reset. And seeing women, we've done the spring cohort, and we've done the winter this year, and seeing women together going towards the same goal is really powerful. You know, sharing challenges, sharing wins together, because we often think, okay, this is only happening to me, right? No, we're all the same, pretty much. Like, we're all the same. The thoughts are pretty much the same. And when you feel that another woman across you has the same maybe challenge or something that she's dealing with, you feel more closer, and it's that community that really really brings more better results, right? Because it's different when you're doing it by yourself. It's different when you're doing it with a community together. And our bi-weekly calls are amazing. Like, it's just I sometimes I just sit in a corner, and they're like talking, what about this? I'm like, anybody has anything to add on? Right. So it's nice because we're all together, and they can see other women going towards the same goal, right? So
Beautiful. So
community special.
Yeah, so community, personalized plan, really key. So like some kind of structure within that plan.
Yeah.
And also just making sure you know your why. Keep coming back to your why. Keep coming back to your why. Keep coming back to your why, because it's so easy to forget. Like, I cannot tell you how often on our calls we're like, write your goal. Why do you want it? You're like, oh yeah, it means so much more to me. Like, we do this thousands of times.
Yeah.
When we write our goal and we're like, I say, and now write why it's important. This is, anyone can do this. My clients already know this. And even though they've done it so many times, they're like, I'm so much more deeply connected to my goals. I'm so much more committed. I'm like, of course you are. And I am too. Like, even though I've done it, I still get amazed at like, oh yeah, this really is important to me.
Yeah.
And you sell yourself on you sell yourself on your motivation and your commitment. So I think those are like 3 really simple things that we can do for motivation, whether your initial burst of that motivation is vanity or vitality or anything in between. But I definitely think that the more we can just honor where we're at and own it, there's no shame in being where you're at. But if you don't like it, you've got to do something about it. And even a baby step is another step in the right direction. And sometimes you don't see results right away. Sometimes it does take a long time.
Yeah.
But day by day, things can change. Now, my catalyst was seeing this Instagram post. But I know
you spend lots of time on social media.
I try not to, but I feel like today everyone's like, all you do is scroll Instagram. Like, I really don't spend that much time on it.
I know you don't.
I just keep going back to certain things. So one of the things I found for me has also been a good catalyst is going to events, like going to seminars, going to conferences, going to free things. And I know you've got a free thing coming up. So can you tell us about your free masterclass where you're going to go into the science of this? I didn't want to talk about all that because you're going to talk about that in the masterclass. So I didn't want it to be a repeat. But tell us what you've got coming up. Tell us what people are going to get out of it and how they can learn more.
Yeah. So super exciting. On September 10th basically next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, I'm hosting a free masterclass, The Missing Link to Your Weight Loss. And I'm going to talk about the exact steps that I use with my clients who got insane results, such as, let's say, Nancy, who lost 100 pounds and got rid of her blood pressure medication, or Joanne, who lost 28 pounds but has no abdominal pain. Amazing results from the client. So I'm going to share the exact same steps that I use use with my clients who are getting really crazy results, and I'm really excited about that. And yeah, super excited. So 12 p.m. September 10th. Yeah.
Okay, and how can they register? What do they need to do to register?
Follow me on socials.
Okay, follow Maya on social media. We will make sure that her links or something is connected to our accounts. And I believe if you stalk her on social media for at least a little bit, your word, and I'm sure if you direct message it to her, your special fancy word is missing link. If
missing
you
link.
text her missing link, DM her missing link, stalk her on socials, missing link her, she'll get the link to you so you could join her private exclusive masterclass.
Yes,
so,
and I don't use many chats yet, so this is all me. It's not a robot that it's responding. So
amazing, and that's even better because yeah, she will actually reply to you. She is amazing, she's phenomenal, and yeah, she loves this. So I would love for you to join Maya, because I think this is really profound. Another thing that we had touched on briefly was this idea of self-image. And one of the things that we are currently doing with our client group is the self-image intensive, where we are deeply exploring our inner image and bringing it out into the world. And I'd love to also personally invite you to an exclusive experience that we're hosting in our Abundance Academy community on October 15th in Toronto. It's a live event. This is not virtual. We don't do a lot of live events. So this is like real.
Yeah, this is special. Yeah.
Hugging event. Yeah. But it's called Glam Day. So this is not just a shopping day, but there will be some shopping if you want. But it is a blend of inner and outer work. So we're gonna have a Zoom pre-session to take a look at your branding, how you want your inner brand to be expressed on the outer from a style perspective. You're gonna meet with my personal stylist, who has worked with me a lot and come up with some brilliant outfits for photo shoots, coffee dates, and beyond. But then at the event on October 15th, so we're going to do a pre-thing. So you're showing up to this event. It's like a half-day retreat. We're going to have some networking, and we'll have a talk about really aligning that inner and outer image. There will be a demo where she actually shows you some examples of how to elevate your style and your confidence. And then you get to enjoy a personalized shopping experience with Michelle and the stylists at Frida's Boutique. They are amazing. They rocked my world this year. And then we're going to follow that event with a personalized private dinner at a local restaurant. So this is going to be very exclusive. It's meant to be a lifestyle retreat. So it is going to be you literally expressing yourself in the world in your highest and best way with guidance, which I think, like, if people are coming for food, they need guidance. I did not know how to shop. I'll do a whole other training on that. Michelle has taught me how to shop, like very useful skill. Different way. So join us.
Exciting.
Yeah. So if you want Glam Day, comment glam below any of our posts, and we will get you info for how to register. But join Maya, join me, join our communities, because I think the power of people, the power of women, elevating themselves, doing the inner work and expressing it on the outside, it is so powerful. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. You can have all the money in the world, but that is not going to make you thrive. And we deserve to live in this world of abundance, because we do live in this world of abundance. But are we being abundant in this actual world? And are we living our best, most healthy, most radiant lives? So do you have any final comments, Maya? A big hurrah to end this.
You are worthy, right? You're worthy of looking good in your bathing suit, but you're also worthy of feeling your best, right? It's a lot of, especially with women that I come across with. We're caregivers. We're caregivers throughout the whole lives, but and sometimes we feel guilty for taking care of ourselves, right? Kind of
Yeah.
like, oh no, maybe later. No, you're worthy. You're worthy, and I hope to see everybody on next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.